Miriam Joy, and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on our fun foam fireworks, and this is my favorite project this season. I really like these. I think they're so much fun, super easy and fast to do. So let's get started. To do our fun foam fireworks, I am using a foam sealant. I'm using Great Stuff, but if you want to try another brand, that's fine. It's usually around $3, and I've changed into my old clothes, and the first thing we want to do also is put our gloves on. The stuff is very, very sticky, and I am working outside for that reason, as well as the sun can shine on it and dry it faster. It does come with a little nozzle, and one of the things I'm going to do is cut that nozzle down, because when you have the foam going all the way through, it takes that much longer. So I'm going to cut it down probably about a third of the way, and I am laying out some wax paper or freezer paper, it doesn't matter, and then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of vegetable oil on it just so it helps it not stick. I've done it with and without. That can be totally up to you. And you want to have your stick ready to put down first, and if you're doing more than one, do a bunch of them, have them all set up and ready to go, because it's hard to get the foam to be used again. It kind of gets stuck in the lid, and it's just a big mess. So have as many as you want to do all lined up and ready to go, and then you can get started. So I just used what size dowel I wanted. On these guys, I used a smaller dowel. These were the first ones I did, and I've had these out here a couple weeks now with the real high winds and different things, and they really held up well. And I spray painted these after they were dry, but we're going to talk about doing something a little different. So let's get started here. And the first thing I want to kind of do is I'm going to lay my stick down where nobody's going to get into it, and it'll be out of the way, and I'll show you these other ones in just a second here. And we're going to spray and release, spray and release. My first ones weren't as nice, and the more I did, the better they got. So we're going to spray and release underneath our stick here. And you kind of get the hang of it as you're going. Each one is going to get better. And I'm putting my stick right in there, and I'm doing another one right over the top of it. And this can is even working different than the last one I did. So spray and release. And you don't want these too thin, because you want them to hold up and not break off. And you can go back over any part that you think is too thin, and this is going to start smoothing out as it dries. I just love this project. This has been my favorite project this year for 4th of July. I'm going to make this guy a little bit thicker here. Okay. Just a little bit over here. And you will see it start to kind of get soft here. And you may give this a couple of minutes to kind of calm down a little bit. And then I'm going to talk to you about spray painting it before it's dry. On these I have done white spray paint and then blue along the edges, and I really thought they needed some, so these are just little styrofoam balls that are fillers. You can find those at your craft store. I get mine on clearance after Christmas, but I know Hobby Lobby carries them all the time as well. This one I did red and white, and then this one I did silver and red, and we put some glitter in that. We'll talk about that in just a second. So let's get ready to start these. because this looks kind of blobby. That's the reason I put the fillers in. But you can see how much smoother this is now. And don't worry about this being perfect, because you have your fireworks where the wind kind of blows it. So this kind of looks like that to me. And I love this little swirl that I have kind of going on there. So we're going to spray the outside of this so we can put our little balls on. And then I'm going to do my silver along my edges. Isn't that pretty? Now you'll have to spray the back once it dries. And I'm going to put a little bit of glitter, because this is nice and squishy in here on this. Now if you did the spray paint after, as long as your spray paint was wet, you could still put some glitter on it. And then I'm going to put in a couple of those balls that we talked about. Doing silver. I kind of want to see what white looks like, or maybe even red. We've got red, white, and blue. Let's do red. And I kind of put it in the holes that are kind of around that as well. And you want to kind of not push them too hard, because that separates and then you get the yellow underneath. But isn't that fast and simple? You're going to allow it a couple of days to dry. It may dry faster now that it's so hot. We'll take a look at that. So think about that when you're placing it outside, is you don't want anything to get into it, bugs or anything while it's sticky, because even when it feels like it's dry on top, up underneath it's still wet. And then you just gently get your hand and kind of pull that off, and then I spray varnish the back just like I did the front. And you also can use a little bit of varnish if you want to, any inexpensive spray varnish, Krylon, Rust-Oleum, whatever you want to use, just to hold the glitter all in place, and you should be good to go. But I just wanted something bright, decorations big, and 4th of July, so that I had a way to display our patriotism. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our video. Give us a thumbs up and continue to share them so we can grow. Thank you, and God bless.